Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing 3 looks 1 palette with the Huda Beauty Empowered. If you're interested in watching me create 3 more looks with this palette, then please stick around, please hit like, please hit subscribe and turn the notification bell on because you're not going to want to miss any of my future uploads. My phone was not recording and that is just typical. So I'm just going to show you quickly what I did. I can't even remember actually what I said. I did say I'm going to stick with this warmer tones side today. The dogs absolutely went crazy and then I think I knocked the button on my camera. But I had put this shade in the crease, which was Power, and then I was running this shade directly through the crease, and this is Get It. So that is where I got to. But you missed my dogs going absolutely crackers. And me saying these shades blended out absolutely beautifully. They went on the eye really nicely. No problems there. So yeah, somebody was delivering a leaflet of some sort, and I want to keep this kind of every day. I'm not going to take any extra products. This was the brush I used for with that Power shade to make sure everything's blended nicely. But yeah, I want to keep it a little bit more everyday friendly, but I always say this and then it just ends up, you know, not being everyday friendly. So I'm going to deepen this up a little bit more now using my Sigma switch, which I love. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go in with the shade Best Self because I feel like these 3 especially are very similar. So I think I want to go in and just add that one and see what it does. A little bit of kickback with these shades, but it's not something I'm too bothered about. Okay, yeah, no. So just when I'm putting it on the outer part, you can see there is that slight bit of difference. I'm just going to add it just to see how we can get this shade to look. Yeah, definitely a lot of kickback in the pan from these shades, but if that's something that bothers you, just keep that in mind. It doesn't particularly bother me. It's such a pretty warm tone look. This really is so nice with the peaches and stuff. Again, I'm going to go back in, no extra product, just to make sure we are all nice and blended out. Yeah, I really like that. That's very nice. And then just to deepen it up that little bit more, I'm going to go in with the shade Legacy and just put this on the outer corner with a brush that I do have. I didn't think I had one to hand then. Just with a Morphe M456. I'm just literally going to stamp this right on the corner to get a bit of depth. I don't want it to go too like smoky or anything. I just want to see how these shadows all perform together. And then just like sticking this on the outer corner. I'm not even like being precise with this because, as I said, it's supposed to be an everyday look. So that is how I want to keep it. I'm just going to go around some circular motions, and this has literally took me like 3 minutes. So, well, 4 minutes. It's just really happy with that. So I'm going to go in with this shade Legacy and use that across the outer portion of the bottom lash line. I haven't done the base makeup yet, so I might go back in and just retouch this up, but at the minute And I'm just taking that on a Morphe M508 just to keep it nice and tightly. Take it about a third or to halfway across the bottom, and then I will smoke it out and buff it out with the shade Power, which is the lightest one, on a P. Louise Too Lost in My Blend. As I said, I probably will end up going back in with this just because I haven't done my base makeup. So I'm just going to go now and make sure everything is blended out nicely, and then we'll come back and we will add some shimmer. So I'm just going to take my Pat McGrath Intensify stick on a Jessup MUL17 and then put that everywhere where I'm going to want the shimmer to go. Sometimes you can just put this directly on your eye. Sometimes you can apply it with a brush. I normally put it directly on my eye, but today I thought I would do something different. So that is down, that is kind of everywhere. I've got the shape. It is really hard with this because it's not like the glue. The glue gives you like the NYX glitter glue. You can kind of see where you've outlined the shape, whereas with this, you can't. It's very, very clear, so you kind of have to make sure you get it exactly where you want it. So I'm going to pick up this Visionary shade. This was like the Marbledy Effects one, and I'm just going to pick that up on a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush. It picks up really nicely on the brush. I'm just going to paste this all over, I think. Very pretty. It's not like wham bam shimmer in your face. It's very subtle and it's really, really nice. I really, really like it. Very pretty. So that is possibly a darker shimmer than I probably would normally go in with, but it is very, very pretty. I'm going to take the shade Do It and just kind of pop that on the outer portion. Oh no, I wasn't going to take... Oh, I've just dipped into the wrong shade. See, Sigma switch. I am going to now dip into Do It. I dipped into Bold Moves. Just to give it a little bit of summit. Yeah, as I say, this is it is a little bit darker shimmer than what I would normally go for. So it's a little bit out of my comfort zone, but at the same time it's always good to, you know, test out new things and try different things and see whether they work for you, and I'm always happy to do that. So now I'm just going to go back through my shades, do this on the other eye, and then there's nothing bright enough in here for me to use as an inner corner highlight, so I will go through, when I use my highlighter I will just use that. I just want everything to be very, very seamless and pretty. Yeah, so I will come back with the finished look when the whole of my base is on and we are complete. So here is the final look. For look number 1, I did go ahead and add the black cream to do like a wing. Is it that black? No. And it's also starting to wear off slightly, but we'll see how it goes, and yeah, I will get into the second one. let's dive in to look number 2. So I wasn't actually going to film today at all because my back is in agony. So it is like, it's 8 o'clock at night when I'm actually filming this video, but I wanted to do it and get it up for you guys, obviously, as quick as possible. So I thought that we'd stick more over with the cool tone section today, and to go in with a transition shade, I'm going to use the shade Rebel. Well, it's perfect. Yeah, so as I say, I wasn't going to film. I'm just going to fluff this through the crease and use this as a transition shade, but I really wanted to film and I really want to get this video up as soon as possible. Yeah, but because my back, I suffer with a bad back anyway, but you guys probably don't care about that, but you know, I thought I'd tell you. So it's just going to be a simple, quick and easy look today. She says I say this every day, but I am going to try and keep it because I don't think I can sit here for too long. I feel like I've got a hair on my chin. It's nice. And I've just realised you can actually see it. Have you seen that in lots of videos? I didn't even realise it was with hair. I didn't realise it was that close. It used to be over the other side. But yeah, my daughter was born on she's a Star Wars baby, so we had to get the of course Baby Yoda. I'm not into Star Wars, but I'm not against anybody that is, but it's just not for me. I'm gonna go in through the crease with the shade Winner, which is this beautiful grey shade. And this is gonna go directly through my crease. I'm not having any trouble so far blending any of the shades that I've used. Just want to point that out. But I am getting some thoughts. So they'll all be in the third and final look. I'm going to really try and get this video. Today is Thursday, so I'm going to try, obviously I'm trying to do the final look tomorrow and get this video up for the weekend. I think I have a video coming up tomorrow. I'm not even too sure, to be quite honest. I need to check what's going on. Just keeping that shade very tightly into the crease. You all know, if you've been here before, that I have hooded eyes, so I like to stick this into the crease, and it looks like I'm hurting my eye, but I'm really not. I'm just going backwards and forwards through the crease like this, and then it kind of transfers its way up itself. Just a little tip. Some tips and tricks. I'm not a professional makeup artist, I've literally self-taught myself. So if some of my looks look like what the hell, please note that, yeah, just done it myself. It's just a hobby, and it grew and grew and grew, and we ended up here. I'm really just loving that blend right now. So I'm gonna go and make sure that this is all. Let's deepen up the outer corner. I wasn't gonna, but I'm gonna. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Confidence. I don't know what shimmer I'm gonna use today. And this is going on the outer corner. So going with the light hand to start with, and then I will deepen it up, which is, sometimes I like that. I like a shade to be pigmented, don't get me wrong, but I also like to know that I'm gonna be able to build it up, because like I don't want to spend hours building a shade up, but I don't mind a couple of dips. But that all just depends on if you're like a heavy-handed with a brush or anything. I've learnt my lesson to try and be not as heavy-handed. I'm quite a heavy-handed person, so I've learnt my lesson. That is turning out really, really nicely. So I'm just going to go off, make sure that everything is blended and seamless, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line together and the shimmer. So now that I'm happy with the blends, I'm going to take the shade Confident on the lower lash line. And I'm just going to keep this as close to the line as possible. And just start like smoking that out ever so slightly, but keeping it like predominantly in the outer corner. And then I'm going to go in with the shade. I think I'm going to go back in with that first shade that we used, which was Rebel, just to kind of blend this out. I've just realised I've not actually been telling you any brushes that I've been using today, but I think I used all these brushes in my first look, so they are clean. They are just the brushes that are on my desk at the moment. And I'm just going to go in with some NYX glitter glue and put that on the lid where I've left the blank space. So now that I've got the NYX glitter glue where I want it, I'm just going to pick up this shade which is called Courageous, which is kind of like that duo-y chrome. I'm not too sure if it's duo or if it's just got a very dark base to it, but it's very, very beautiful. I'm going to place this on the outer portion of my eye. It looks gold when it's going on. Interesting, because it looks purple in the pan. Definitely looks like it has like a duochrome effect to it. A little bit flaky, a little bit hard to pick up on a brush really, but I don't know if this was the right brush to use. It's very pretty. I have got some fallout, but again I don't know if I'm really using the right brush. That's kind of that shimmer on the lid. I'm not too sure if it's coming across, but it's very like purple when I'm looking here, and then it does go across to a beautiful gold shade. It's very, very pretty. And then I'm gonna have to go in with one of these golds because, yeah, I'm just gonna flip the brush over and I'm gonna go in with the lighter gold, which is Charisma. And I don't know which one of these, but one of them has gold flakes in it, so be prepared for some fallout. I'm not sure if this is going to pick up on a brush because it is. We'll see. It's picking up, but very, very, only very slightly. So take that around the top of that shade as well. It's a very beautiful gold. I'm not really a goldy person, but I've got to admit that is Very stunning. Very, very pretty. Let's add some more. Just going to make sure that it's blended in. It is very, very pretty. So I'm just going to go and do that on the other eye. So I'm back and this is the finished look. So for the palette, for my inner corner, I just carried on that gold shade and I kind of took it underneath. There's a lot of fallout with the shades that I used today, like the shimmers. I did have to dust away those, so I would say if you're using like these shimmers, especially the golds, just be wary that you might want to do your makeup beforehand because there was a lot of fallout. So this is the look. For the waterline, I went in with my Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Copper Charge. I love that one. I've also lost my black one, so I couldn't use that. So yeah, lips, Primark Salsa lip liner, and for a change, I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury Raspberry Charm, and I just thought, because I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of like a Christmassy look with all the gold glitter and stuff like that, so I thought I would pair it with a red lip, and I do really like this one. It's really, really comfortable. I do have to get some more. If you have any of these, what shades do you recommend? But yeah, this is a final second look, and let's get into look number 3. Getting into look number 3, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I normally go in with a transition shade and then work and deepen it up, but we're going to go in with the deeper shade that I'm going to use today, which is going to be Legacy, and blend it out, as I know that people prefer to do it this way. I'm just going to stamp that kind of where I want it, and then we're going to, as I say, blend this out today. My back is so much better today. I don't want to like jinx it or anything. I have gone above the crease, as you can tell, because I probably will only use 2 shades because I kind of wanted to keep this like my mom makeup, I guess. And I'm not going to take it all the way out because obviously I'll be blending those other colours out. But yeah, I thought I would keep this like my mom makeup and do it where, you know, all people can enjoy it. But mum's too, so I want to keep it nice and simple and elegant, but yet easy at the same time. And just start to diffuse those edges going into the crease. I mean, I wasn't gonna go dark today. I thought to myself, no, I'm gonna keep it light and fun. But I do love this shade. It's so beautiful and very perfect for autumn. So again, just gently going back over. I mean, this is a really nice way to do it. I'm just going to pat that on the outer corner as well. Do I prefer to go in with a transition shade? Yeah, because that's just how, you know, I prefer to do my makeup. Everyone has their own way. So yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do 2 shades today. So I'm actually going to go in with the shade Power to blend this out. I'm going to take this on a 117 from P. Louise. It's a Lost in My Blend. I'm just going to start doing circular motions on the top of this shadow. But like I said, I wasn't going to do, I don't want to do something too drastic because I do like when I can do my mum looks, because I've now got a teething baby, so makeup is taking a little bit of a back seat, which, you know, doesn't bother me. She comes first. like to know that if I was going out, say on a date night, I'm just going to bring that in right into the corner here, on a date night or something, that I would have a look in mind that would not take me 6 million years to do. And that's what I like about my channel, is that I'm all about quickness, and although it might seem like my videos are long and stuff and I'm sat here blending like for a million years, it's because I'm literally talking to you guys. And to be quite honest, I'd be happy with this blend down, stick a shimmer on, and out the door I go. But because I do have that, you know, bit of free time, I will use it to my advantage. I'm just going to match up the other eye now, and then I think we'll go in with the shimmer. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the shade Best Self. I'll take this on like a pencil brush. This is a MUL13 Jessup brush. I'm just going to smoke this across the lower lash line. I'm not going to take any deep dark shadows on the lower lash line today, just because I want it to be quite bright and not too dramatic, she says. And then just to blend that out ever so slightly, I'm going to go in with no extra product on the brush, just the one that I used for Power. Just to gently smoke that out. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've put my NYX glitter glue on. Now I haven't taken it up as high as I normally would to create that faux cut crease. I'm actually just going to keep it and stick to my crease level. Again, that's something I don't normally do, so again, testing something different. And I'm going to go into this shade Do It, just a brush on a BH Cosmetics number 6 brush. This isn't the best, oh, well, it's better on this one. It didn't pick up that gold shade the best yesterday. This is such a beautiful bronzy autumn stunning shade, and I haven't taken it all that way up because I don't want to, basically. I'm literally just concentrating this into my crease. It's the only shimmer I'm going to use today, I think. So I've put that all over. Such a beautiful shimmer that one is. Probably one of my favourite ones in here. And again, just keeping it in that crease. Normally I would bring my shadows, if you watch previous videos, I'd bring my shimmers up really high. My crease is quite a high crease as well, so I kind of want it to just be there and just be visible more when I close my eye. I look like I'm doing some kind of weird thing here, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And then I am going to use a bit of this shade Limitless, because I haven't used that one yet, just for the inner corner. So let's see here. That is a car revving it, so this does not pick up well on a brush. I can't remember which one of these has gold flakes in, but I'm starting to think that it's this one. This is not really picking up on a brush. I'm just going to drag that through a little bit to make sure it's where I want it. It's a little bit hard to pick up on the brush, but we got there in the end. Again, a bit of fallout because it is a flaky shimmer. So drag that under the shine a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm going to go finish this look on the other eye, do mascara, lashes, I'm not too sure, but we'll be back with the finished look and then you can see. This is the finished look. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I love creating 3 looks with one palette. But yeah, I've really enjoyed, the first 2 looks were a little bit darker for me. It's not something that I normally go for, it's out of my comfort zone, but I enjoyed them nevertheless. I've had no problems with the mattes. These mattes have been absolutely beautiful and blendable. They have been stunning. And although these colours look very, very similar, they perform so much different on the eye. I probably wasn't as impressed with the cool tone side just because I don't really think that it suited me. I did like it, but now that I've played with more of the warm tones again, I definitely do prefer the warm tone side. What else was I going to say? There's no inner corner and brow bone, but I don't mind that. It's not a big problem. That's just me being picky. Did we really need 2 golds? Absolutely not. This one pretty much looks the same as the one that I used yesterday. They can be quite flaky, the shimmers, so definitely I would go in with I would do your makeup first, last, sorry. These creams I'm probably never ever going to reach for, just like the Patrick Tar Major Dimensions 1 and 2. I wouldn't reach for the cream shadows just because I don't really like them, and I don't really like to use them as a base because I've got hooded eyes and everything just ends up transferring. But yeah, I've really enjoyed playing around with this palette, and I definitely think that I'm going to be reaching for it come over to the holiday season, just because it is very sparkly, very, very shiny, and I did really, really enjoy it. Yeah, that's everything about the eyeshadow. For lashes, I went in with Print, just because I hadn't put a lash on for any of these looks. I don't even know if I did for my first one that I did, can't remember. But that'll be over on my first impressions video if you haven't watched that. For lips, I went in with the Huda Beauty Rust Nude lip kit, and Rude Cosmetics Glitz and Glow lip gloss, which I'm not a fan of, to be quite honest, because it's very bitty. But yeah, that rounds up the end of this video. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know down below which one was your favourite. I'm gonna say this one. This one has been my favourite. Does it match my top? Absolutely not. Do I care? Absolutely not. But yeah, it's very me, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.